Hello, everybody. It is Matt, and it is Maniac Monday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on to any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when I am here. I know I have an awful lot on my plate to review, so hopefully you guys take that into mind. And one last little tidbit of information. Check out the description box. I gave you your brief synopsis, your starring cast, your directors, your runtime of the cut I am watching, along with a link for a place where you can purchase this bad boy. And if you decide, you can help toss a couple bucks my way and help support Matt's Movie Mania. So with all that said in mind and all that out of the way, let's roll on to the film of the day. And today's is a weird doozy. It is a good one, but it is a weird one. It is one that not everybody of my fandom will like. It is definitely for a select group of viewers. And it is none other than the 2023 release of Symbolicus Volume 3. Yes, this is quite a gem. It runs at about an hour and 50 to 51 minutes-ish. It definitely will stick with you from beginning to end. It definitely has very, very interesting stories. All 13 of them are quite the journey, that is to say. And we'll start with the first one. The first one is known as a Ritual, and it is done by Eric Falardeau. Yeah, I'm not going to murder your last name, Eric. I am so sorry. I feel like your segment was very good. Definitely one of my favorites amongst all of them. Definitely gets right in your face and very raw and very surreal. Very, very fun. And then we roll on to story number 2, which is the Heptagram by Beck, and she did a fantastic job on her story as well. It definitely is one that will leave you thinking and leave you one with lots in your mind to wonder what can happen in this realm that Beck has made. Then we roll on to Morceaux by Vivian Quintero. She also stars in this one, and it is a absolutely beautiful little film. It is by far one of my favorites out of all of them. It is definitely one that will stick with you and is very, very well done. Vivian is a fantastic filmmaker, and I love seeing what she has in store, whether it be this or La Triste, I believe is what it is called. Either way, Vivian is a fantastic filmmaker. And then we roll over to Brock Bones' Pentagram, and that one is a definite banger. It definitely will stick through you from beginning to end. It gets very, very graphic in places, but it is very good, and it is very, very interesting one. And then we roll over to Dixie Gers' Deer. Deer is a very interesting short. It has to do with exactly what it talks about, is deer. And Dixie Gers has a very short, brief role in that as well. And then we roll on to Nonagram by Domiziano Christopharo, which is an absolutely just weird little short. It has to do with a man pleasuring himself in various ways, from his male member to his backdoor entry. It is definitely one that will stick with you from beginning to end, and it will make you cringe in places, because there has to do with some of the fecal matter. But either way, it is very well done. And then we roll over to the Maxwell Edison tape by Ryan Vincent Logsdon. He did a very good job with that. Very interesting segment. Definitely one that will leave you thinking. Definitely one that has really cool visuals as well. And then we roll over to The Process by Christian Day. This one was probably... it wasn't my favorite, but it isn't my least favorite by any means. It definitely is not one of the better ones I felt in the segment, in the entire film. It could have been much better. But then you get the Hexagram by Kristian Michelsen, which stars none other than Daniel Valient, Allison, Simon, and Cherokee Niven of White Gardenia fame, and they do their typical White Gardenia stuff. So it definitely will stick with you. It goes from the shoulder stabbings to the pinky, to the hammer, to all kinds of self-mutilation. If you know what you're getting into with White Gardenia, you definitely are familiar with their work, and it definitely sticks with you. And then we go over to Swallowed by Darkness by Jan Chaos, and that one is a very interesting segment. I am a fan of Jan, and Jan does some very interesting films. Has done some very interesting films over the years, and this one is definitely up there with his better work. Granted, it is not my favorite film from him, but it is definitely one of those that I do thoroughly enjoy. And then we go over to The Wraith by Nathan Rumler, which is probably my least favorite out of all of them. It starts out basically like a vacation tape, and then it eventually turns into a snuff tape. The gore in it is absolutely astonishing and really cool, but otherwise the story itself is kind of boring. I found myself kind of wanting that segment to get over quick as possible. Other than that, that is my only segment that I really honestly didn't really care for, that and the Christian Day one. And then we go over to Zed by Gore Filth, and Gore Filth is chopping up a body, and he is writing 666 on the wall. Very simple, very quick and to the point. It doesn't shy away from what it is. It is a Gore Filth film. And then our last and final one is Symbolic Abstraction by Michael Bellardi. Holy shit, this is my absolute favorite next to the Vivian K. Quintero film. This one is absolutely just stunning. The gore in it is just jaw-droppingly good. It will definitely make you cringe in places because it is so nasty in your face in places that it just really delivers. Now on to the three things that I love my movies to meet. Audio gets an A+. When there is dialogue, it is done really well, and you can understand what is being said. There is no part in it where I never misunderstand a single word that is being said by any of the filmmakers / actors in this entire collection of films. That I feel like they delivered on all aspects of the audio. I feel like they did a great job with that. Now on to dialogue. Dialogue is where some of these are definitely winners and some of these are definitely losers. My least favorite segment, Nathan Rumler has probably the best dialogue. I'm not going to lie, but it does not do enough to save this segment. A lot of these segments don't have any dialogue whatsoever, or if they do, it's very little. So it's hard to really judge. So I'm going to give it a B onto the dialogue. On to editing. Editing is where the bread and butter lies between the film, between second number 1 and minute number 150, or minute or hour 100, 1 hour and 51 minutes. Jesus Christ, that was hard for me to say. But either way, it delivers on every aspect on the editing. It definitely comes together very smoothly, very well. I feel like the segments were placed at the right places. If they would have went in any other order, I feel like it would have probably affected it in a negative fashion, because I feel like all the good ones are placed in just the right places, just to keep you intrigued enough to want to keep watching this movie. So it's going to get an A+ on the editing. On to my final score of the 1 through 5. It's going to get a 4 out of 5. Excuse me. It is not the best out of all three of the volumes, but it is still very, very good. It delivers on every aspect. It has more of the weird art house stuff that was more more expected from Marcus when he essentially set out to release the Symbolicus films. So it definitely delivers on that aspect, because it has a lot of what the hell moments. And that's exactly what they set out to do with all three of these, and they really delivered. I feel like the most on the what the hell factors with this one. All right, I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna get the hell out of here. Tomorrow I will be hopefully reviewing something. I have all kinds of stuff left for the entire month. It's just with the holiday coming up, it's going to kind of throw a wrench into things, and plus I'm moving, and so things will be changing here shortly. So definitely look forward to some changes to Matt's Movie Mania. So, alright guys, I love your faces, and as always, peace.